Plan if you want to spend money. Oh, we're live. Boom, YouTube. Welcome back. We're having a toy talk with my brother, fellow collector, YouTuber, David Blücker. Blücker's videos and collectibles and toys.
Hello.
So it's been a bit, huh? It's been a hot minute since we've been on here.
It has. It's been almost a year, probably, maybe a little longer.
Yeah. Wow.
It did.
That's a long time. A lot's gone on in a year.
Yeah, especially with you and the stuff that you had to deal with and go through, and your health and personal life, and you had to take that little break so you could get yourself in order and make sure everything's good on your end. I
For
mean,
sure.
just life got in the way for you. You
Yeah.
know,
But I'm
so
back.
but you're back, and that's the important thing that you was able to kind of navigate through your situations a little bit and kind of let it settle down a little bit, and then now you're able to try to get back on your feet in the YouTube game again.
That's right. Yeah.
And a lot of people are happy that you're back. So it's a good thing. They
Yes.
missed you.
Yeah, it was one of the I guess it was, a hobby, so it's the one of the few things in your life that you actually enjoy doing besides work and home life. So it's
Yeah,
nice something that I enjoyed.
yeah, most certainly, and same here. You know, this is a thing that's keeping me going. I try to do something for myself each week. Just to kind of add a few things here and there. You know, I
Yeah.
do more. I do more window shopping than actually buying. you know,
Well, when
but
you
if
get
there's
the
some,
amount of stuff you have, I'm sure it's you come into across the stuff you need far fewer times than you would when you first started out.
oh yeah. So the crazy thing about that, I know you already know the story, but for the audience that doesn't know, I didn't start back collecting again until about 2016, like full time, because for a while I was only like collecting. I was heavy into the physical media, and so I was collecting a lot of movies, more so movies than anything, and toys wasn't on my radar at the time. It
Right.
was years prior. Because here's the thing, I've been collecting for a good 30 years or so of my life, and I still have a handful of stuff of my childhood, in the collection and stuff, and most of it, I think it's on display right now. But anyways, so long story short, of course, Kevin, you already know this, but when back in 2015 when I had my stroke, my wife was just like, "Look, you need to get yourself a hobby, and maybe you can start a YouTube channel, and show off stuff that you have in your collection and build from there." So that's what I did, and so like 2016 really took off because I really discovered eBay. Even though I knew what eBay was, I probably had used it like maybe twice
Right.
in my lifetime at the time. But at that time, a lot of people were uh, unloading a lot of stuff, so I was able to build pretty quickly when it came to certain things. And the first thing that I added in my collection, what Kickstarted was back in 2015, was when Jurassic World came out. As a kid, I didn't have none of the Kenner stuff. I probably had like maybe one or two dinosaurs. I think I don't remember what it was, but I
Yeah.
know I had like one figure. And of course, I was 13 at the time, and of course, my parents didn't buy toys like that. Um, but anyways, so to make up for that, I bought pretty much the whole entire line of the first series for the Jurassic World stuff that Hasbro put out. And looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. But that was what we had at the time, and that was a different time period, and the quality and
Right.
that came out was atrocious. And so
Yeah.
anyways, so that was my first step back into toy collecting. And then after that, it was an anomaly and it took a life on its own. And and I had talked to Kevin like about a week ago, and I was doing some cleaning and stuff, and I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I called him up, I video called him, and I was just like, hey, and what you doing? And so we started the small talk and everything. And then he asked me what I was doing, and I was just like, well, I panned the camera around, and I was like, this is what I'm working with. And he looked at my stuff, and he was like, damn, that thing's like almost to the ceiling. And yeah, and then I was like all deep. I was all deep in my closet and stuff, trying to dig through stuff because I was actually looking for something, and then I was trying to put everything back. It just dawned on me, and just like, damn, this is what it's come to since I started back into it. And it's like majority of the stuff that I have, as I'm looking around at it, if it wasn't for my best friend at the time, who's no longer with us, he's the one that really set the tone for this collection that I have. And he was the one that really taught me how to bargain and look for deals and learn how to the tricks of the trade of collecting, because that was what he did as a business. He was a reseller and stuff like that. And of course, he had his own little collection going.
Yeah.
And so that's what you see when I show off the Kennel Wall of Fame. Half of that stuff is what I got from him. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so he picked up a lot of these lots and stuff for his collection, and then one day he just like, dude, I don't want this no more. You can have it. I'll give it to you for X amount of dollars. And it was just like, he gave me some crazy deals just because he didn't want to have it anymore. And so I built them in. So the stuff that then I'm the one that had to fill in the gaps and fill in the holes, to make sure that everything is complete and all that. So it took some time. So here we are, almost 10 years later. It's ballooned, and looking for new shelves to add to the walls so I can get some of the stuff off the floor.
Yeah, so you have some room to work in that room.
Yeah, that is true.
That room is full.
Yeah, it's like I'm just like where I'm sitting right now. This is it. This is like the only space I have aside from trying to walk into this thing. So it's like a little strip that I got, just enough to walk through. That's it.
That's it. I bet the wifey wants to send you to an episode of Hoarders where they're like families gathering around.
I'm sure it's crossed her mind, but she's never told me anything. But
that's the only reason. That's the only way it works. If you have a spouse that's supportive, it's hard without that.
Yeah. So, but anyways, aside from that, everything's okay over here. On my end. Awesome. Not a lot going on. Slow season. Got a little extra time off. And rather be working, but how it is when you hit that, you get done with peak season and then slow season hits, and then you try to do it. You try to find stuff to do for your time. And so half my time I'd be in here, other times I'd be spending time with the wifey if she feels good to do things,
Yeah.
But yeah. So
y'all get out and go to the movies. Y'all do a lot of cool stuff together.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That's one of the things that our new refound love for was we've always wanted to go to the movies again, because it's been a while. Because before we didn't go to the movies like that. So now she's been able to get out the house like that and be able to be out in public. And, because when you have social anxiety, it's like, you don't want to be around a lot of people and stuff. But now she's trying to find that niche to where when we do go out once a week, and Justin. What's up, Justin?
What up?
Yeah, I'll get to him in a second, but yeah, it's like I was saying, is that we've been going to the movies quite a bit, this year, so it's been a lot of fun. So our new spot is the Alamo Draft House. So we always enjoyed going to the movies. We get like one meal and a drink, and we share that and stuff because it's a very it's a nice portion. You can share between two people and
Oh
still be
yeah.
satisfied. Yeah, with the main course, appetizer, and a drink. Bottomless drinks and stuff. So it's good.
Yeah.
But speaking of my boy Justin, he's the one that's really, really helped me out with my collection, and kudos to him. He's the one that the last year, 2 years or so, really helped me add to what I currently have. And so we've been wheeling and dealing, and we're still wheeling and dealing, and
And y'all are pretty
about
close to each other, right? Like
yeah,
proximity wise, you live not
yeah.
too far
And
off.
so we were able to meet up at movie trading company about once a month or so. And
Nice.
oh yeah, we video call each other, and we'd be like, "What you got? What'd you have?" And so
Yeah, what you got?
yeah, what you need. And so I was able to kind of plug in some. Uh, let's see, I already told you, he already got the box ready to go for me. So, um, but yeah, so he's been a blessing to me when it comes to uh, friendship and collecting wise, as far as the toy community goes. So I'm really grateful for him. And it's always good to have somebody that lives close to you that's able to help you out when it comes to certain things, when it comes to this kind of hobby and stuff. So
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So I
Nice.
remember one trade I had, and he loaded it up. I mean, I'm telling you, I had more stuff that I could do with than anything, and he was just like, "It's all yours, bro." So, and it was like I was actually looking for like maybe a handful of pieces, nothing too outlandish or anything, but the pile got bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the time I got the box, I was expecting the box. It was like 2 boxes full of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful, and he is too, because it's just I was able to kind of offset some things that he didn't want, and I was able to give back some key pieces that he needed, that he was missing from his collection that I have, that you know, I enjoyed at the time, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to uh, complete the line or adding more pieces to that particular line, because it's just like, why do I have this when I can give it to somebody that can enjoy it, that actually has more of this particular item, than I do, and that I'm not going to be able to really add to it. So
Is that true?
yeah, that is true.
He likes that toy biz. He likes those
Yeah,
vintage toy biz.
yeah, yeah. He had a nice sized box full of it, and I was just actually, when he brought the box over, because I wanted to look through it, and I only picked out like maybe uh 4 pieces, and that was it. And I wasn't expecting anything else. And he said, "Dude, if you want the whole box, you can just have it." I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't need it." So yeah, so that was really cool. He didn't have to do that, but he knew that was a particular line that I was collecting, and was able, that really filled up a lot of stuff for me. That really, especially added more to certain things that I needed to a particular line, like my let's see, I'm looking at it right now. So like my animated Spider-Man collection, I was able to add some key pieces to that through that box.
Awesome of him. And
Yeah,
it's that, I mean, having a being a part of a community like that really makes it fun. I know,
yeah,
like a lot of my Kenner Alien collection wouldn't be as complete if it wasn't for you. So,
yeah, because I had a lot of doubles and stuff, and things like that, and between you and Justin, I was able to offset a lot of that stuff, because it's just like, I'm satisfied with what I have on card, because that's the whole point of that wall, that Kinder wall that I have, is
oh
to
yeah,
be able to display everything, and then I could use those extras, for people that need it or want them to have them in their collection and stuff. So that's why I was able to give you this, make the trades with you and make the trades with Justin to be able to. Those were things that y'all like and enjoy and wanted in y'all's collection. So that's another thing when it comes to finding the right people in the community to be able to trade things and be able to offset things to help fill needs or voids in their collection as opposed to yours. So that was one of the things that, I'm explaining to my wife. I said, one of the cool things about this is that, yeah, I have things, but I'm able to give and get back what I'm giving away because one, we're not losing anything. We're just replacing an item with something else that we need more of. Like you said, with the Kenner stuff, when I first met you, you barely had anything. And so I was able to give you certain things and then you was able to help me fill some holes in my collection as I was opposed to yours, to offset all that. It's not like we was losing anything. We was just trading, just like things like that. I mean, that's a cool thing about that. And sometimes we're a little bit more generous than what the original deal was. We throw in a little extras and stuff like that. You've done it. I've done it. Justin's done it, So it's just all about finding the people that you can trust and get to know and know that you're getting what you're getting. So that's that's the key thing right there. Finding that, having that friendship and that being able to trust each other when y'all wheeling and dealing, when it comes to things like that.
For sure.
So, yes, sir. What's up, Dondi? I know you just popped up here in a little bit, so hadn't heard from you in a while. It's good seeing you.
Yeah, he's been busy. He's kind of under the weather lately.
Yeah, I've seen that. So I hope you get better, Dondi.
I'm planning to go up there and hang out with him maybe next month. Well, I'm not sure if I can, but I'm hoping possibly next month I might make a trip up there for a few days.
Oh, that'd be fun. In the Carolinas, that's a hotbed for collectors.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Better save.
There's a, I don't know exactly where in the Carolinas. I know it's in there. There's a place called, I'm sure Dondi's heard of it. He might have been there too. It's called Toy Federation, and they have a YouTube channel. And I really, really like their channel and how they present itself. Because a lot of these toy shops that have YouTube channels, they do a certain thing, and they're pretty much all the same. But this particular channel, check them out when you get a chance to. I'll send you the link. And they actually, when they film, they'll let you know before you get in the door and say, "Hey, we're in the middle of filming. If you don't mind being on camera, great. If you do, let us know. We'll cut that footage out." And they just basically film everyday operations. You'll catch somebody just working behind the counter, dealing with customers and small talking, or they'll interview a customer, but when they bring in stuff that they want to sell, they'll tell why they're selling it and whatnot.
Well,
and
cool.
Then the guy that runs yeah. And so then when the guy that runs the store, the owner, he's like the main focal point of these videos, and they'll set out all the stuff in the middle of the floor. They sit down on the floor Indian style and they go through it, and things like that, and and they tell what they think how much this lot's worth and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So it kind of gives you an insight of the business on a day-to-day operation, how things run, if you're not familiar with that kind of stuff. So it's pretty neat.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it really is. So I'll send you the link later on. You can check it out.
The Toy Federation, you said it was called, or the channel?
Toy Federation, yes.
Oh,
I recommend it. I recommend that channel. Yeah. I think he uploads every Saturday. Yeah.
That is
And I
cool.
think they just started a podcast too, and I think they're on episode 2, and I think it's on streaming platforms. But I think after a certain time, he uploads the episode to their channel and stuff. And they're like about 40 minutes long or so. Like, yeah, about 40 minutes long. But the first 2 episodes were really good. I think the first episode he talks about how he got into the business, and and why, and the little business input of it. And then I think the second episode they talk about certain episodes that they did in the past. What they thought about it a year later or a few months later and stuff. So they talk about how that all went and stuff. So it's fun. It's a fun listen. I listen to it on the way to work and stuff whenever I get a chance to.
And they have everything modern, vintage, collectible, rare stuff, all that.
Yeah, it's more vintage. Of course, they have the usual modern stuff like everybody else does, but yeah, they got some unique pieces and stuff.
'Cause all my places that I thought was decent with a little bit of vintage, they eventually all became Funko Pop fucking stores. Or without the F word, but Funko Pop stores. All of them.
Yeah, he the one episode I watched, I think it was probably about a year ago. So he bought he bought a complete He-Man Masters of the Universe Funko collection. I think the guy said he was only missing like 2 pieces, but he was able to sell them. And then at the end of the episode, the guy was like, "How did I buy this?" So, but he tells you, throughout the episode if the item was going to be a seller or not. But he does, for the most part, 9 times out of 10, he'll buy the collection regardless what it is. If it's not sellable, or if it's missing a lot of stuff, or if he doesn't think it's going to be worthwhile, he'll let you know. So they keep it pretty real on that show, on that channel. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I had purged all mine. I think I had like 200 Funko Pops, and I just immediately regretted jumping into that black hole. The reason I got into Funko Pops is because there's like all these old vintage shows that never got a character or a toy made out of them, and I like that about like certain movies and cartoons. But after you get into it, it's just never ending.
Yeah, that's why I never really got into it heavy. I did in the beginning with the Star Wars stuff, and then I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm just being like everybody else. I don't need to do that. So, and
Tell her to get on here
hello.
for us, Dondi.
And so I just made up my mind. I'm like, well, since I got rid of all my Star Wars one, I was able to purge them and get some store credit and stuff. And so I only kept. I think the only ones I have is my hip hop ones, the stuff that my wife got me, for my birthday and Christmas over throughout the years. And
The Sharknado.
yeah, oh yeah, that was something I really had to have. That was something I really wanted, and lo and behold, my boy Justin came through, and he's the one that saw it and found it at a movie trading company. He said, "Hey, here it is, come get it." So was able to go and pick it up, and I have it in one of those hard cases.
Man, collecting can really go into a dark place if you let it. I I want to collect like vintage girls' toys now because I have so much of the regular '80s stuff that I played with, but now like the She-Ra, Princess of Power, and like I love Care Bears and Smurfs from the '80s. Those guys, those crazy guys, those amiibos are very popular. I'm addicted to Whatnot now. I like to get on those auctions, and you can find auctions and get stuff really cheap. But I see those amiibos all the time running through these auctions.
Yeah, I can't do. I told myself I would never do Whatnot because I would go broke.
It'd be
And
a place to sell though if you wanted to sell. If
yeah,
there's
that's
enough
true.
to make money off of to spin back into your collection.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as actually being on there, no, I can't do it. I no.
I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you. I'll be honest. I've spent $1,000 in a month
Yeah.
on
See,
on
no.
whatnot, but I got some stuff that I can never find on eBay and other places.
That's
I
fine.
really blew it.
That's fine. But I'd rather be able to go to the store or a secondhand store that I know, like my Honey Hole and things like that, and just go there once a week and stuff. Because to me personally, I know collecting and how people collect is different for everybody. But for me personally, if I get everything I want right now, what am I going to do later on?
Yeah.
So it just
Oh, you'll
I
never finish.
rather
There'll always be
yeah,
shit to collect.
I just prefer just to leave that alone and you'll never buy from whatnot or sell. No, no, I I can't do it. No.
Hyru was
No,
mentioning about the
I
McDonald's
might
stuff.
sell, but I don't know.
I love vintage McDonald's stuff, like the McChangeables, the McNuggets from the 80s and 90s. I One of them I have the most modern thing, and I want to say it could be 90s, but it might not be. Oh yeah, I see some nuggies. Is
Yeah, these are
that remember that big
the
Inspector Gadget? I think he was like 12 inches tall, and you had to go and collect all his body parts to put them together. I got him. That one's a cool one to get. Yeah, that's him. That's exactly him. And you know, when I got him complete, I didn't realize that one of my guy's arms was backwards or something. I think it was that situation. So I had to go and buy the arm again. I had two left
yeah.
arms or something.
So the only thing I'm missing is that watch,
The
but I'm
watch.
okay with that. The watch that goes around his waist.
Yeah,
So that's like the only piece I'm missing. I know I got this for $10.
that's a good deal.
Yeah, and normally this thing goes for between 50 to 60, sometimes 70.
Yeah.
But I was back in January on my birthday weekend. At the time, I was able to go to the downtown mini mall, you know, and so I usually go there once a year, maybe twice a year, give or take. And they had this there, and so I looked at the price. It was like $10. I was like, yeah, I got to get this thing. So, whoops, his hat fell off, and it's somewhere where I can't find it.
That is a cool piece. That one, and I love your the what's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger toy. The
Oh, the Commando.
Yeah. Well, the big one, the one that's the Christmas movie he made with the
Oh,
red outfit.
you talking about this?
Yeah, that guy. I would love to
Turbo
have.
Man. Yeah, this is the OG Turbo Man. I have the re-release or reissue of the one that Funko did, and this is the one that my boy Justin found too. And
Okay.
remember, I told you that he had hit me up because he knew I was looking for this,
Yeah.
and I think he said it was his cousin that out in Abilene, and I think he was at a thrift shop or a consignment shop or somewhere, and he sent him a picture and asked if he wanted it, and he said no, but I got a friend I know that wants one, and he sent me a picture. He goes, "Dude, I found your Turbo Man." I was like, "For real?" He goes, "Yeah, my cousin picked it up, and I'm going to get it for you." And so he finally he was able to get it, and then he cleaned it up for me, and then he was just like, "Well, it's yours for $10." So I was like, "Sweet."
Cool.
So, but yeah, so this is uh, like a grail piece for my collection, you know, because everybody has their different uh, grails that they have for their collection, you know. Some may not be an expensive toy. It might be something that from your childhood that you lost and you run it back. And
Yeah.
um, I never had this as a kid because I was a teenager when this movie came out. So at that time when I was a teenager, I was just collecting comic books and sports cards and comic cards and stuff like that. So that's what I was heavy into as far as collecting goes. And so but I've always wanted one of these, so I was very fortunate to get one through him. So he was able to get this for me and stuff. And let's see, but my grail piece that I have that's in the living room is my 13-inch Imperial Godzilla figure that I had as a kid. The one that I have is not my original one, but that's my rail piece or my centerpiece from this entire thing. If my house was to go up in flames, then that would be the thing I would grab, just because that was something I had when I was about 8 or 9. That was something very special to me, and that was a toy that pretty much wreaked havoc on all things that I had. So, but
Godzilla was whooping butt.
oh yeah. So, but other than that, as far as new things lately, I've been heavy. I didn't think I was going to get into this line, but I've been heavy on the WWE Superstars line, and I told myself when these first came out that I wasn't going to do it because I couldn't justify the $20 price tag, because I was used to doing the $15 price tag when the Motu WWE figures were coming out, and then when they raised the prices to 20, I just at that time I couldn't justify it. And then once I started, as time went on, after the first few series, like 2 or 3 series went by, I still hadn't picked one up. But the more characters that came out, the more I started to get that itch that I wanted to add these to the collection, because one, they're He-Man style figures, or like kind of like Remco style figures and stuff, and plus, none of the characters that they produced were any of the new people. They're more so catered to like the Golden Era or the New Generation Era and things like that. And so so I don't remember which the first one I bought. I think it was Hollywood Hogan, but the only reason why I bought him was because somebody had returned it or stole the WCW NWO belt, but they left everything else as is. And so it was like they cleared it out for like $3, and I'm like, well, I can get a belt later on. I just figured I'd just go ahead and buy it, And then as time went on, they were clearing it out for a while, and so once they were like $5 to $6, I was able to pick them up. And I said, you know what, this isn't so bad. I don't know why sorry about that. I was thinking, I was like, I don't know why that I was giving this line so much shit about it, but the more
also, there's a lot of like extra accessories and stuff that they used to put. Like you're showing some of them had double boots, which that helps a lot with the price spike, the little price change.
Yeah. Anyways, so with that being said, needless to say, the collection did grow.
It grew.
It grew big time. So, but the cool thing was, at the time I was able to get on the Walmart app, and these were they only had like a handful of characters that were on sale, because I got these for like $5 each, I think. So I was able to complete series 2, because I had series 1. No, I'm not. The only series I had from series I was missing from series 1 is Honky Tonk Man. So, and he's out there somewhere. I'll get him eventually. But the only one that I had from series 2 was Ultimate Warrior, and that was like the only in my area of all the Walmarts that I stopped by and stuff. That was the only character that they had that was on the pegs was the Ultimate Warrior. So I never saw the Shawn Michaels, the Kevin Nash, or the Scott Hall. Yeah. So luckily, I had them in my cart on my Walmart app, but I think I had it in my cart for like 2 years. I kind of forgot that it was in there. So
Yeah.
one day I decided I was going to um, get them. You know, lo and behold, they're like $4 a piece or so, and I was like, holy shit! I'm gonna go ahead and get all three of these then.
Take all of them.
I mean, yeah. So Scott Hall,
Those are great.
and then
I
was
like
able to get
that. NWO. Oh yeah. Oh,
Kevin
he's got
Nash,
belts.
and then Shawn Michaels.
Those are all nice.
Yeah, cartoony, but that's the way they're supposed to look. Like I
Yeah.
said, they're the human style figures. They're not supposed to be accurate.
Right. Well, even though they're
So,
supposed to be accurate, they killed it on those face sculpts, man. They really did. Even though they're stylized, the face sculpts are incredible. That's one of them I want for sure. I haven't
well,
picked any, but that one I want because it
well,
reminds me.
Justin has this, so get with him, and maybe y'all can work out a deal because he's looking to get rid of it.
Justin,
I
what do you
got
think?
Mr. T on the way from him, so
Awesome.
that was the main one out of the everything I wanted from this line that I needed was the Mr. T.
Right.
And so I didn't even know he even had the Mr. T. And he just showed it to me one day. I was like, wait, you had Mr. T the whole time? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh,
Oh, you
shit.
like?
I said, I need that motherfucker. so,
Yeah.
so
No, but that Muhammad Ali is a clean looking figure. That one too.
yeah. And
You
you
said that
tell it to
with the pro in the
get the
boots.
page up there because it's going to be like twice as big as the other characters.
Yeah,
So, but what I'm really looking for is the Titus Andre the Giant for the WWE Motu thing.
for sure. I want to collect those Motu WWE, what they call Turtles of Grayskull. I want that
Yeah.
friggin' series, man. I have not yet seen it in 6 Walmarts and a Target. I haven't seen any of them.
There's Earthquake.
Earthquake's cool. Typhoon.
Yeah, Justin bought these, and not these, but he bought them, and he said that I think these were like the first two characters that he bought, and he saw them out in the wild, and I had never seen these out in the wild because all they had was like Series 3, and it was nothing but a bunch of Mankind's, Papa Shangos, and Ted DiBiase just plogging the shelves everywhere I went. And so there was two Walmarts in the area that I stopped by, and they're the only two that I know so far in the area that I stopped by that constantly rotate these out when they're sold out. So every week I always stop by these two particular Walmarts, and they never disappoint. That's how I was able to build all that stuff. So
The
for a
more
while,
at
huh,
pictures online of that Turtles of Grayskull, the more I'm in love with them. I really like all of them. That's a good one. Bam, Bam Bigelow.
and he's got the cloth good shirt, but you can take it off, and it has his outfit that he wore when he was in New Japan. So it's like a 2-in-1 figure. So you could
Uh,
have his
figures.
WWE figure, and then you can remove the cloth goods, and it's his painted on New Japan outfit. So
That is cool. I love that they're doing that for the collectors that want to buy 2 of those and display it both ways. That's awesome.
now
What do you
I
think?
do want to get another earthquake because I think I told you this before. Since this was a cloth good, this is like his tag team gear.
Yeah.
But you can remove that, and he's got the blue gear that he wore when he had his feud with Hogan and stuff back in the '90s, like back in the like 1990, 91, when he feuded with Hogan and Jake the Snake and stuff.
Yeah, that would be
So,
really cool to display them both ways.
mhm. So you can display one with Typhoon and the other one as a single competitor. And then here you got Vader.
You got King Vader.
So I don't ever recall him wearing this cape thing. It might have been during his New Japan days, but I don't think I've ever seen him. Of all the matches I've seen him in and stuff, I don't think I've ever seen him wear this. If anything, he might have wore this like in the beginning of his career or maybe sometime in Japan.
Yeah.
But the Vader that I remember when he first came out was when he had that big old smoking helmet, the big helmet that he wore.
It looked like a
That
Wally
was,
looking helmet or something.
yeah, was
Uh-huh.
my first introduction to Vader when he wore that.
They should make that helmet to go with it.
I'm pretty sure because I have the let's see, what is it? I think it was a Legends line. I think it was in the Legends line where they had Vader when he has that helmet. So, um, I think, oh, give me those. That sounds like you, tattoo. Give me those.
Right?
So then I think if it's the Legends one that I'm thinking of, I have that somewhere. But he does have that helmet.
The ring
So I'm
entrance.
trying. Yeah, I'm trying to. Here's how I'm doing my wrestling collection now, and this is and it fits well with what I'm doing. So let me see. Okay, I'm trying. I want to make sure I don't make a mess because I've already got a mess as it is already. So let me grab this guy, this Bam Bam, real quick. So, all right. So, what I'm interested in doing is I want one vintage and one modern. So, now that Mattel has actually making these wrestlers in the He-Man style figures, that's more of my style.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I do like what they did with the elites and all that stuff, but they make so many of them.
Right.
I just need one representation that can represent this particular character from vintage and modern. So that being said, see one of my earliest wrestling products with WWF wrestling, but oh yeah, Tonka's wrestling
But
buddies. Yep.
they're ridiculously costly now.
Oh yeah, I was looking at them the other day, and I was just like, damn, ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, they're so pricey. But I've been looking at this guy on Whatnot has one of DDP, and he
Okay.
has a box, still with the box, but it's so
The,
expensive.
the, the WCW.
Yeah.
Okay, so vintage Bam Bam.
That's the Hasbro 90, right? 90s Hasbro,
Mm-hmm.
early 90s Hasbro.
And modern figure.
It's crazy. Look at the
That's it.
facial difference that now.
So
Oh,
this is who I want my collection. Hasbro, Mattel. And that's
but
it. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Now I'm still gonna have my other stuff, but moving forward until they discontinue the line and discontinue the retro line and stuff,
yeah,
that's how I'm gonna have it. That's how I'm gonna offset it.
for sure. Yeah, but
But
Mattel did a enough job. Those are nice, man. You can't hate on those. I don't know. I got rid of all my origins, but I kind of regret it now. I like the origins and the body molds of them and all that. And that's a nice one.
that's my latest one that I found. I've been looking for it because I missed out the first time around, and I was like, "Damn, I don't know if they're gonna restock these." But lo and behold, like a month later, they did. So
I've never seen him in the wild.
I'm shocked because, like I was talking to you about the other day, was that um what was it? Yeah, when they did the Motu WWE, you would be the ones to get the whole wave, and that's when I knew that a couple of weeks later that I knew my area was going to be stocked. Sure enough, it was. So
Yeah,
because of you finding them and saying, "Hey, look what I picked up. I got the entire wave." I was like, "Okay, well, that means I got to wait a couple of weeks before I start seeing them." Yeah, That's one that.
Hasbro.
Yeah, that's one I need. I don't have that one. So. Yep, I'm missing that one. Yeah, get the yoke. I don't have that one either.
I want to get the ring to go with them. The ring that came out with this series, and I want to collect all of them eventually. But you got a bunch more that I need than I have. You got a bunch more of those old Hasbro. Man, let me zoom in on you. I want to see that one. This one? Man, is that like the larger 12-inch scale?
Yeah. This guy's like Super 7 size.
And that's supposed to be the Krang android body, basically?
Yeah, Krang Android is about the same size, but he'll be bigger because, he'll have the regular body, but then you have that middle piece where Krang sits.
Yeah.
And you take it apart and you set it up, so he's probably like yay tall.
Right. Man, I want to get into those.
So you can tell.
Perfect. Kurt Hennig.
Yeah. You see the size difference?
Major difference. Look at the head on he's huge. And is that the same size as the Andre the Giant you have? Is that the height they make those premiums or ultras or whatever? Oh wow, he's even bigger. It's not a lot taller, but bulkier too.
But I think the Krang, the Megator Krang, he's the one that I think he has the Andre body.
Yeah.
But he's not as. I don't think he's wide like Slaker is. So.
I like that Megator Krang. I've been seeing him a lot on eBay and stuff. But I want to find him in the wild.
Yeah, I'm looking for it again because I missed out the first release because I have all the turtles except for Michelangelo. So I'm looking for him and Casey Jones because Wave 3 just dropped recently. So Slaker is part of Wave 3. And so I just need to have I need Michelangelo and Casey Jones from that particular wave.
Those are all good looking. Good.
Yeah, I don't care for Tila or whoever else is in there. I think Skeletor.
Yeah.
That's not what That's not why I'm in that particular line. It's because of them. I'm in for the actual turtles, the turtle mashup, not the human. Yeah, they're cool looking. Don't get me wrong, but I want to be able to have the turtle aspects of that particular line, not the.
You wouldn't get the Shredder. He's got that He-Man body. He's big and bulky.
Yeah. Let me.
And I remember when we first started getting those, you and I, like they didn't come out right away. I don't think with the female body mold, and I was excited to see them come out and look like the old Tila, the original body molds from the 80s.
Yeah,
they did a good job on all of it, I think.
I'm trying to adjust to where I don't have to knock so much crap over. Like I said, all I got is a little strip, so I can't really maneuver around like I want to.
Yeah. Once you get the other shelving up and stuff, it'll free up a lot of space, I'm sure.
Yep.
At least you have a room. Nothing right now. Well, I think the bedroom I have, I don't really use it, so I think it's going to become an office/display room for a while.
Damn, I didn't realize this was good like that. I need
what is it?
I'm afraid to. No, it's a missile that goes to the small soldier's vehicle.
Of course you have that, and I don't have it.
Hey, you have the Kip Plug and I don't, so that's something that you have over me on that one.
But I need that vehicle too, though. That's the only problem. One
Yeah,
day.
I need the Kid Killigan. That's the problem too.
Too pricey. You don't want him. He's too expensive.
Yeah, you got a killer deal from Uber Hulk for that one. So that's a blessing
Honestly,
in
I
itself,
think
right there.
he go because I try to wear down Uber Hulk because he has the blank, and I'll even incomplete. I want that fucking blank from him, but it's so hard. He just won't budge.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, and
I think.
I've got it for him. I think she paid like $200 and some dollars. Like she found it. I don't think the people knew what they had because it was like in a little lot deal.
For the blank or for
Yeah,
the Kip Killigan?
for the blank and the figures that they got the blank with.
Oh, yeah, it's a steal right there. So, anyways, so
Oh, you got Shredder.
yeah, I told you I did.
I don't know why I was thinking. Maybe I saw your Shredder then when I decided I wanted it.
Yeah, this was the first one I bought. And I should have did the crying, but I didn't. But oh well, it is what it is.
He
Because
doesn't have his
originally
staff.
my original thing was I was just going to only get crying, and then I was going to get Shredder and just have them displayed as is.
Yeah.
I didn't have any intentions to get anything else, but I just said, you know what, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and do
It's a
this.
possibility, Justin. Maybe.
You know, that might be a good question. Let me.
The Sulu Secret. Then you can make you a second altogether character.
I can't reach him.
Here,
I was going to try to grab my. I was going to try to grab my. He said, "Rip it open." I mean, I will eventually. I am going to do some reviews on these.
It's gonna be a video.
Yeah, I'm gonna do videos on these. Even though there's already a ton of videos out there on these, but fuck it.
Yeah, but we don't have a David Blücker video on it.
No, they don't.
You
I like
actually
the artwork.
history to the toys and the characters and all that. A lot of people don't do that.
Oh, that's a good one. I think he's supposed to be a deluxe figure. The Splinter.
Yeah.
He's the mashup with King Grayskull and Splinter mashup.
Oh, I gotta have that one. You know me and Splinter.
Oh yeah, you and your 40 naked Splinters that you got in your collection.
And I'm still looking for them because you can find them for $1 or $2 sometimes.
Here's Raphael.
Oh yeah, man, they look so much bulkier than the other ones. I don't know if it's all the armor, but they look big.
It's all the armor. So here's the artwork.
And I like the way Mikey looks. It kind of looks like the battle damage armor he's wearing, and with that toupee.
Yeah, I want that. That's Mikey right there.
What's up, Art? Long time no see, brother. What's up, Uber? Oh yeah, Leo looks good. I like Leo. He looks great on. All of them look good, actually. I'm into it.
Uber.
What you up to lately, Art?
Yeah, when you told me that you had, at first I was trying to figure out what you was talking about because you was like, oh yeah, I bought a small soldiers figure from Uber and I got a who'd you say it was? I can't remember what you said it was. You didn't say it was Kip. You said it was I can't think. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name. Anyway, I'll think of it in a second. But here's Donatello.
Donnie with that kind of like the Man-at-Arms type armor, sort of.
Yeah.
And then I've seen up against him, I've seen the actual Man-at-Arms figure they made with that He-Man buck. It looks good too.
I don't like it. Like Man-at-Arms and He-Man right here. They look cool, but I don't care for them to have them in the collection. I just prefer these guys, the turtle guys. That's it. You can miss me with that other stuff. Chip. Yeah, you said. Yeah, I got a Chip Hazard from Uber Hulk. He's expensive, like $500 figure. I'm trying to think. I was like, I have all the figures
That guy
except
ain't
for a
shit.
couple. Yeah, I was like, I was thinking. I was just like, do I have a Chip Hazard that's $500? I don't know nothing about. It didn't dawn on me, and then I was just like, holy shit! Uber got rid of his Kip and Kill again. I was like, damn. Should I have known that?
Conversation me and David had together. I misnamed the guy I was thinking about buying from you at the time. Instead of Kip, I said Chip.
Yeah.
Chips Deluxe. Hey Art, you take care, brother. I hope things are well for you. It's hard being a single parent, but I'm glad to see you.
So here's the mouse jaw. This is one that, yeah, I got, he was on clip. This guy pegged the shelves at Target, like everywhere. Every Target I went, he pegged the shelves. I don't think he moved. And then they cleared him out for like $7, seven to like I think $7 to $12, I think, depending on the location. So I picked him up and I stuffed him in my bag. I took it to work. And then I was eating lunch and I was talking to a coworker of mine and I pulled this out and I just started opening it up. He looked at me. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's the exact words. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm
guy?
like, "Well, I'm just um trying to see. I wanted to play with my toy real quick." And he's like, "Oh, you know, if you take it out the, he's like, you know, if you take it out the package, it's going to devalue it." I said, "Bro, this is a $7 clearance toy. This is not devaluing anything. Trust me."
And it's not leaving the site ever.
And I don't plan on getting rid of it either. So I'm not one of those collectors that collect for value for later on in life. I don't do that. If I did, I would have gotten rid of half my shit by now.
Yeah, I was a little created during Uber Hulk's stream. You should never have a credit card, alcohol, and then be on an auction site at the same time.
No, I was going to ask, but I didn't want to ask, so I was just going to let you tell the story because you had already told me.
I was having a lot of adult drinks.
So I was, yeah, like I said, I was just thinking, I was like, holy shit, Uber got rid of that Kid Killigan. I was like, damn, I wish I would have known that he was selling that. But I'm glad it went to somebody that, you know, that I know that actually will have it in his collection for a really long time. But Kevin, if you ever decide to part ways with it, you let me know. We'll work out a deal.
Show.
But yeah, so I'm like in the middle of the break room opening this thing and people looking at me and shit. I'm all pulling the good guy out and like going smelling the package and shit, and I'm all clipping the little clips behind in the back, you know, and just like going. I was doing what Elite Legend usually does when he opens his figures when he like pushes it out and goes. I was doing that shit real loud, and everybody was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Yeah. It was funny. Me and my coworker were just having a conversation while he's just looking at me while I'm fiddling with my figure and shit. First time I ever did that at this particular job, and everybody was just like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
Yeah, right.
People
next day, like, what else did I buy?
Yeah, coworkers came up to me and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?"
You had to explain to them the mashup between.
I did. I literally did. So, but yeah, damn, you didn't remember how much you bought, huh?
I just knew it was quite a bit.
Yeah,
it was fun because it was like, you know, open up a surprise gift again.
See, that's why I can never do whatnot. I would never allow myself to do that. Which I get why people do it, and that's great. But at the same time, I'm not about to put myself in that kind of a hole. Nope. Even I have limits. Now, if you were talking to me about this 5 years ago, I think you would have been hearing a different story.
You got to be more responsible now.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if
especially
needing a responsibility.
well, your situation is a little different now compared to
Yeah, that's true.
mine. Now I'm pretty well. I don't know.
You still have a
I'm
voice.
pretty sure if you was in a different situation like you was a couple of years ago and this happened, I don't know. I don't know how the outcome would have been for that one. You might have been sleeping on the couch or
Yeah,
two.
and now that I'm alone, I still sleep on the couch, but now by choice.
Right. So, uh, or or either it was either that or you would have. She probably would have bought it for you because that's happened before.
Yeah,
Some of the key pieces.
she's the one that bought my original Scare Glow. She bought me a bunch of the NECA Christmas characters like Kevin McAllister or what's his name, Kevin McAllister.
Mhm.
Those. She's bought me a lot of the more high price items.
Like I said,
Yeah.
either you would have been on the couch or she would have bought one for you eventually.
This is the first time I saw the item is when I unboxed it. I didn't even see it
Oh,
when I.
well, in fairness, Uber, when I was talking to Kevin a week ago, and he did say that he had a package that he had got a long time ago that he hadn't opened yet that he was going to open. I think originally it was going to be on this stream, but he already made a video for it, so which is good. It should have been separate anyways. So I'm glad you did it the way you did it. So I'm fiddling with my vintage movie Spawn Violator.
Oh yeah, he's nice.
He kept on when I opened it and I put him on the top shelf. I think right there,
Uh huh.
right where the Spawn collection is, where the Malboge is, and the Spawn. He was right behind the Spawn, and he kept on falling over. And of course, I got a loose joint in the leg, so he wasn't going to hold up. But for some reason, the way he fell, it warped the foot, so it wasn't standing flush like it originally did.
Oh, okay.
So I did try to use one of the McFarlane stands. I used both of them, two of them, one for each foot, and he still didn't want to stand straight. So now I got to get me a doll stand to
Thanks for
just to
brother. You
yeah.
take it. Yeah.
So
Hold around
and
the waist.
then I had put him down for a brief moment, and I guess I forgot where I put him. And next thing I know, he's missing a hand. I'm like, where the fuck is his hand at? And I guess something hit it or something, and the joint on this hand broke clean off. I mean, it was like a clean break. There was no way you could have replaced it with a peg or anything like that. So I just said, screw it. It's not like I'm gonna be articulating the guy like crazy like that. So I just happened to super glue it, kind of was able to flush the glue to where I actually set the figure out, and the hand just stood like that, and he just laid on his back until his hand dried. So now this hand's like a statue, so I can't move it. So, but at least I was able to fix it, and you could tell it's not broken. I mean, it is broken, but he's just super glued.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like he was laying there and he didn't have a hand, and the hand was like at the bottom of the box, and I'm just like, how the hell did I break the hand like that? So yeah, it was. I don't know. I stopped figuring it out. I was like, you know what? I guess that's just an answer I don't need to know. So, but luckily I was able to, because I wasn't about to go and buy another one because he's pretty expensive now.
Yeah.
So I just said, screw it. Let me super glue it. How many toys I've super glued over the years?
They just need to be displayed.
That's it. They need to do its thing. But but yeah. So that's what I've been heavy into besides Jurassic Park. I've actually hadn't really bought a whole lot of Jurassic Park stuff. I'm kind of behind, but thankfully I be long gaming a lot of the stuff now. I don't have FOMO, like a lot of people do when it comes to collecting, because
Yeah.
you hear a lot of collectors throw that word around, FOMO, and I just sometimes, I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time.
Yeah.
And but I guess it just depends on what line and what you're heavy into. I guess I don't know. I I only experienced that one time, and I would never go back to that. And I had to catch myself. I know I've told this before, but the only time that I actually had FOMO was when this guy came out.
Oh yeah. The first one, right? The first
The
Colossal.
first one, the first sauropod that ever came out, I had FOMO about. I don't know why. I shouldn't have had, because this guy clogged the shelves for a whole year, and there's no reason for me to act like that. It was sold out the first initial run, and then I just had to get him. And once I found it, I told my wife, and she said, "Yeah, just go ahead and pick him up." And I had no business at the time. I had no business picking them up because we
Price.
didn't have the money for it. But
Yeah.
she just said, "Just go ahead and get it, because I know that was something you've always been talking about. So just go ahead and get it. We'll figure it out afterwards." We was fine. It wasn't like we was in dire straits or anything. It was just one of those situations where your funds were low, and you needed to kind of conserve for the till next pay period. And but she gave me her blessing. She's just like, "No, I know this is something that you've been wanting for a while, so just go ahead and get it." And it dawned on me, like, probably like a couple weeks later, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I act like that? Why am I going crazy over a figure that will be restocked within the next couple weeks? And I told myself, I said, never again. And then I had to look on the market, like what the market is for stuff like this. And I said, you know what? From now on, if I have the money, great. If I don't, I'll play the long game. All this stuff will go on clearance, and I would never pay full price for anything that I can wait for clearance, depending on the product and what the market is at the time.
Right.
And that's what
But
I've been doing ever since then. So
you cost double because I ended up having to get it after you got it. I couldn't be letting you get the only one to get it. Remember we did like a double unboxing or something?
is that still up somewhere? Because I would like to watch that again.
Yeah, it's still up
Oh,
here in my archives. Uber, I don't think they're
okay.
related, even though they look like cousins. The Terror Dog from Ghostbusters and the Violator
Mhm.
look related.
Oh, oh, okay. I see what he's talking about. You know
They
what?
do. Well, they're
You,
both
you know,
demonic.
when I was going through that closet, when I was in the closet, deep in the closet, going through all his boxes, I found all the Hasbro Ghostbusters, the plasma series, or whatever the fuck they call that shit, with
Yeah,
the Pterodon build a figure. I
yeah,
totally forgot I had those. See, that's what tells you when you have so much shit and it's not displayed, you forget about everything.
for sure.
So, so, but I have them because those are the reputations of the original Ghostbusters that I needed for my collection that we didn't get. We ended up getting the real Ghostbusters instead back then. So thankfully, the market has really gone down for those too as well. They're not as expensive as they once were. You could still find a complete set. May not be complete,
Yeah.
but you can still find a set of Ghostbusters, the original Kenners, for like a set of four, and maybe the whole entire series for like maybe 100 to $150, give or take, depending on what you're looking for and what's selling out there. Because now the retro game has been offsetting that cost.
Yep.
So now you can get those. What's the new release that they came out with? The Frightmare, the Fright Scary Ghostbusters. Now
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't picked. Yeah, I haven't picked those up yet. I'm contemplating on that, but I do have the original retro releases that they released from Series One and the Ecto one. So, but
And see, I want to dive into the vintage Extreme Ghostbuster line. What's the name? I believe Uber actually got one of them carded. He got the Slimer, the vintage Slimer from the what was it, the Extreme Ghostbusters. You remember those? They came out right after the Hasbro ones.
Yeah. The
They're
Trendmasters.
online.
Yeah, because Trendmasters did the Extreme Ghostbusters.
I've seen once. I saw the car, the Ecto One for sale. Man, it's so nice. Their version of it.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that has the Ecto One from the Extreme Ghostbusters. This is one of my favorite people.
Kenner Ghostbusters for sale. Nick Stream, he said. I've got
Nice.
so many doubles.
You gonna buy them all?
I have enough of them, but
You're gonna buy them all. It's okay.
Uber sold his vintage Slimer I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Did you get it?
Not to me. He didn't sell it to me.
Pass that before you can get it.
Right.
The accolade. This is like one of my favorite purchases on the vintage side that I made this year. I found this guy sitting at a movie trading company, and it was on my birthday weekend, and I went up there, and that's the first thing I saw in the glass case. I said, "Yep, I'm getting them."
Mine.
It is mine. So
I like your. I think if I could pick some of the stuff out of your collection that I would like to start collecting is like I like the ID4 line. I like the what's the dragon one with Sean Connery?
Dragonheart.
Yeah, Dragonheart line. Those are the ones I've been. I don't know why. I mean, they're still not terribly crazy pricey. Like I could still get into them. I haven't yet, but I want both those lines.
I finally completed my Dragonheart collection.
You got all the dragons and everything?
Yep. This was the last piece I needed.
Lucky. Oh, the talkie. Oh yeah, that Draco is the nice one.
This motherfucker goes for like $100, $150, give or take. I got lucky because he was on. Not again.
I had the same problems earlier.
Shit. I don't know what happened the first time around. I just next thing I know, I've been down there, and this thing is like sitting in my lap. I was like, I hope they didn't see anything.
Sorry, I teabagged your TV.
I think it happened so fast that I don't think anybody had a chance to even see anything. It's like I looked up, that thing is like sitting in my lap. I'm like, what the hell? Oh gosh. Live too. Oh well, it is what it is.
It's okay. The twos and threes of people won't pay attention.
They're like, woo. But anyways, so long story short, let's see. Let's see if I can. Again, let me see if I can read something without knocking shit over. Oh, see, there we go again.
Good catch.
I knew it. Oh wow. Sorry, guys and gals.
Now is a suction cup type phone holder, so I had to put it onto something because it kept falling over.
Well, this is the only thing that I have. This tripod with the ring light. It's the only thing I have that really works to where I don't have to. Because before, I used to have to stack boxes just to have the right height to where I could do these streams. But now since I have this tripod and I'm able to use it, but this is the first time, and go figure, it had to be while we're doing this live, where the shit keeps on falling over every 10 minutes. All because I don't have the room or the space to wiggle without even bumping into it. So, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit this thing back just so I can have enough wiggle room to where I don't have to bump into it so it can be falling in my lap every time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Back like Cadillac seats.
Yeah, literally. I'm trying to read what. Now the only problem is I won't be able to read the comments that anybody says, so I'm like trying to squint my eyes so I can see what. Yeah.
You read it?
That's the same weekend David called me on the phone, and I tried to show where the. Oh yeah. Oh, it was it? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, I was actually went to go hunting, and I had called him up and I was like, well, I'm going to go to the antique shop because I have a little bit extra so I can go buy the Centurions. And mind you, this was like back in October, I think, November. So I'm already like 4 or 5 months deep after the fact that he showed me these things, thinking that the thing was still going to be there. And because he had stopped by the antique shop here in town, and he says, "I left the other ones for you, so you can grab them." So while I was grateful for it, I didn't get a chance to grab them. I totally forgot about them. And then here we are, like 5 months later. So I'm thinking, okay, well let me go up there real quick and see if they have the stuff there, because normally the stuff usually sits. So long story short, so I called him up. I think he was on his way to pick up his wife from her job. And I said, hey, look, I'm at the antique shop. Do you remember what booth it was? So he tried his best to remember. So, but he had to get off the phone so he could focus on what we had to do. And then he called me back and he sent me a picture. He said, oh, I found it. I found the booth number. So I go up there and ask the people, and they said, oh yeah, that guy closed up shop. He's no longer here. Oh, well, there you go. I was like, well, I missed my chance to get in the Centurions because there was two of them, and I think they were like $20 a piece, I think. And I missed out on a chance to grab those.
Did
But hey, it is what it is. But it is what it is. But I'll get them eventually. I'll find them one day.
Yeah.
I'm in no hurry to get them. You know, I already have one Centurion in my collection. Is one of the villains. So I do have an actual representation for my Kinder collection, because I'm always trying to find a piece of that Kenner history when it comes to their figures.
Yeah.
So if I could have at least one piece to represent a particular brand that they had back then, I'm good.
Yeah.
And that's why they call me the Kenner King, because I have literally a piece from each brand that they had back then. I'm still missing a few.
Dove into.
So, anyways, this right here, along with this and this, came in a lot.
Oh wow, that's a big lot.
So for the price of one, I got 3 figures for the price of one, and I think I only paid, like, with shipping, I think it was like $40.
Wow, what a deal.
Yeah. And this typically goes for about 100 in box. So you can imagine I waited 6 years to finally get one. And I think Dondi was also looking out for one of these in his area, because he knew I wanted it to complete my collection. Because he told me years ago, he said, look, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna keep an eye out on it for you. And I said, okay. And I said, if I find it before you do, I'll let you know. And I did. Once I got the box, I sent him the picture. I said, look, you can stop hunting for this because I finally got this for a deal. He was happy. He was like, about time. Because he knew I've been looking for that for years. And so he was actually looking out for it too. So
It's not big.
But yeah, so I got these as doubles because
Just have that
the other one.
everybody looking out.
All you gotta do is ask. You know, people help you. They might say no every now and then, but other than that, they'll help you. I think I talked to Boston Mike the other day, and because I had some Joes that I didn't know if he was interested in, but he said his dad collects this particular line that I have. I got multiples of. And him being a Joe collector, I didn't know if that was something that he would be interested in. But and then I told him something, and I don't remember what I told him I was looking for at the time, but he said he goes, yeah, just let me know what you're looking for. I'm always looking. You know I'm always looking. So all right. I think I'm done.
The Joes I want to dive into is I want to get the Tiger Force 80s Tiger Force Joes. I'd like to get a vehicle and a bunch of figures just to have a little Tiger Force scenery in my toy.
Oh yeah, Uber. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember you shared those pictures with me with the Centurions that you had got. So that's what's up.
I need both villains still. I still need both villains. I have the main guys, and I have their helmets. I still need a few of their little snap-on guns and missiles, but I've got a lot of accessories, but I really need the two villains for sure. Starting lineup.
Oh yeah, that's my boy right there, Jerome Bettis.
Oh yeah, Mr. Bettis. He's no
The
longer
bus. Oh no, he retired the last time they won the Super Bowl.
He's not even like as a manager or anything, right? Nothing.
No.
He's like retired.
I don't know if you remember him, but he was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah,
Natron Means from North Carolina. He played 2 years for Jacksonville and then came back and retired as a Charger. But man, when he was healthy, this was the real. He was a beast. He was a big boy too. Natron Means. Only that's a good football name. Natron Means. That's my other boy right here. Marshall Falk.
Oh yeah, Falk.
Oh, yeah, I was huge fan. He played for San Diego State.
He won the Heisman.
A lot of people don't know that, my knowledge of football for the 90s is like up to here. Today, I don't know a whole lot about it because I don't really pay attention to a lot of it. I do, but I don't. I'm not heavy into it like I was because it's changed so much since I watched it in the 90s. But I could tell you about players that nobody would ever think of even talking about, and they'd be like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I tell them, "Oh, okay." They wouldn't think nothing of it because they didn't watch football like that. Everybody knew of their Troy Aikmans, their Warren Moons, or their Steve Youngs, but
Joe Montana.
But who would talk about guys like Natron Means or Marcus Patton, who's a linebacker that started for the Redskins, played for the Kansas City Chiefs? Nobody talks about that guy. Me, I do. Why? Because I watched him play, and he was good. And all those players back then, and everybody just be like, "Who are these guys?" Well, these are guys that I grew up watching.
Dan Marino.
Well, if you don't know who Dan Marino is, I don't know. Most people probably know who that is from Ace Ventura, but
the Super Bowl.
He never won a Super Bowl. He only went to one Super Bowl, and that was I think it was his rookie year, I believe.
What a shame.
Rookie year, 6 year.
They take all these records and stuff, but can't get a Super Bowl win.
Didn't get a Super Bowl. Same thing with Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Kelly was good, but
Boomer.
I mean, you go to 4 Super Bowls and not win one. I don't know.
That's why I was glad with Elway before the end of his career, because so many of them greats that didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep.
One thing that I enjoyed collecting last year was these.
Did you get all of them, or quite a bit?
I got all of them. Got them all on clearance. Like I said, I never buy anything new. I wait till clearance, unless if I have to check the market. You got to know.
Awesome. I think I saw them at Awesome.
The one thing that I learned about collecting toys, you got to check the market. You got to study it because you got to know what's going to hit, what's going to miss. And that's why when it comes to certain things, like these turtle gray skulls, you better, turtles of what is it? What they call these things? Turtles of gray skull.
Yeah, turtles.
You got to jump on them because they don't stock a whole lot of them. They don't peg the shelves like that because every time that I've seen them, they have the wave only one set. There is no doubles or anything, so you only have like a couple of days before they're gone. And that's the one thing I missed out on the Krang, the Megator Krang, which they had 3 of them. So I figured, well, I got time. By the time I comes around again, I'll be able to get one. Nope. After I bought, after I hunted for the Raft, the Shredder, the Leo, and the Don, I just so happened to come across Donatello and Leo, and I got really lucky with those guys
Yeah.
because I never saw them. I just only saw Wave Two. And that was it, and that was gone. But the only thing, because I cherry picked because I got the Shredder and the Raft, but I left what's his name, Ram Man and the Beast Man. The Ram Man was pretty cool looking because he's a mutated ram,
Yeah, he did look good.
but the Beast Man I didn't really care for. I mean, with the samurai armor and stuff, I'm like,
And wasn't
yeah,
he kind of like a translucent plastic or something? One of
Who,
them.
Ram Man? Yes.
Someone had like a translucent kind of plastic.
He-Man and Ram Man did.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But, but yeah, you just gotta kind of figure out what the market is. That's why all those McFarlane's superpowers, they're just pegging the shelves now. They can't even get rid of them at $2 a piece because I see them on clearance all the time. I go in the clearance section and it's pegs full of them sitting there, $2. Nobody's not moving a needle. I'm serious. There's a rack full of nothing but um what's his name? Nightwing. I think that's his name. Nightwing, Darkwing, or whatever his name is.
Uh-huh.
And then there was a peg full of what's his name? DC's Terminator. What's his Deathstroke?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
on the shelf. Nobody wants a Deathstroke. Nobody wanted the Nightwing or any of those characters. Hell, John Stewart is clogging the shelves.
That's the pig warmers. Huh?
So yeah, and they're like they marked them down for like $1 and still not moving. So I mean, it just goes to show you that there's just certain things that people are not buying, and those characters are not what people wanted in their collection. They're cool, but they're more after the main characters. They want the classic Wonder Woman. They want the classic Flash. Nobody wants a Deathstroke.
Yeah.
It's cool looking, but it's not something that's going to move the needle like the classic characters that everybody knows and wants.
There's always at
So,
least one in a line, right, that becomes the peg warmer of the series. At least one.
I love this vehicle. I had
Oh,
to jump on this at the time because I got this on eBay and got it real cheap.
you got a good
So,
deal on it?
oh yeah, hell yeah! Always looking for a deal.
I mean,
That's why it takes me a while to get certain things because I'm always waiting for certain things.
yeah,
You
the
know.
right price and the right
Hmm.
condition and the right time.
Yep, it is complete too. So,
Lucky.
so
I
I need
forgot.
the. This is the vehicle that Chip Hazard, the battle damage Chip Hazard drove at the end, that the final battle scene when he was driving through the fucking grass and shit in this thing is souped up or made up
Oh yeah,
vehicle.
the last battle that was outside.
Yep. He drove one of these things. So,
It's a cool looking vehicle too.
yeah,
It's
it
all
is
stripped
complete
down,
too.
kind of Mad Max.
Hmm. So now
Just
I
so
need the
have a good
now I
night.
need the.
Hey
All right,
Justin, if you
Justin.
ever want to make a trade for the Muhammad Ali brother, I've heard a little birdie told me.
Yeah, get with him, man. He'll work out a deal with you.
Let me know what you're into, and maybe I have something you're interested in.
Make sure it's something cool.
You know what I do have now? I don't know if it's anything he'd be interested in. I don't know if he collects turtle NECA, but I got that. I got that mosquito. I think he came in a 2-pack, but I got him complete. It's the mosquito character.
Oh, you're talking about wing nut and screw loose?
Wingnut, not wingnut, but screw loose. I think
Oh, okay.
loose.
Just wing nut alone, or
Just
screw?
mosquito.
Oh,
I picked him up on an auction somewhere. I didn't
ah,
really.
that explains it.
I just got him because he was there to get. Justin, I was talking about that. Muhammad Ali. Is it Superstars?
Yeah.
Someone said you might have an extra one you didn't want, or something to that effect. And I was like, I got some vitamins I can trade you for them. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin THC,
got the good vitamins.
vitamin THC. Squawk, squawk.
Yeah, I tell you, I got everything next to me. Like all, it's like the most of it is with arm reach.
Yeah, I like your ID4 and your Dragonheart stuff. I'd like to. I'm gonna start digging into it slowly.
You should. I mean, let me see. He said, "What? What?" I mean, they're not the greatest looking figures. They're more like the PVC figures, you buy that don't really have any movements or anything.
Yeah,
I think the only articulation it has might be in the arms and maybe the head.
they're kind of pre-posed, like McFarlane likes to do his shit. A little pre-posed.
Yeah. So
I like them.
that's what you get. That's what they gave us.
They're still good. Putting them up together, like in a just up to show them off like that in one position.
And that's the line. That's all they produced. That's all they had.
That's it. That's it. Just one
That's
series, one
it.
way.
That's it. Nothing else. And then
Did
of
we get
course they know.
though, a simple one, and then the electronic one as well?
Well, they had this is the main line. So this is what they produced for the main line. And
Yeah,
then they had two medium dragons, and then they had uh the large electronic one.
yeah. But all the dragons are they're so cool looking, man. All of them. They did a good
Yeah.
job on all the dragon toys.
Let's see what else I got. Through the arm reach.
We just have to call the cop in the hospital for you, the ambulance, because there's like an avalanche of figures on you.
Yeah.
Be like, oh
Just my
shit.
luck. Just my luck that shit happens when I'm doing this live. Ah!
10,000 pounds of plastic just fell on him. He kept stacking them higher than the ceiling.
Oh, this is the latest. Yeah, this is the latest WWE Masters of the WWE that I got. But I got this like when I went to Retro Madness on my birthday weekend, and so they had her there. So I had to add her to the collection. So she's the She-Ra of the bunch. As you could tell,
Yeah,
with the
email buck.
hmm so
Predator, Hot Wheels. What Predator is he into? The what is it? The Linoid Predators, Linard Predators, or the NECA
no,
Predators?
he's into the NECA ones, the Hot Toy ones, and then he's into the Hot Wheels Attack Pack, and he's actually starting to collect just like you. He's starting to collect the Hasbro's, the
Yeah,
WWF Hasbro's.
yeah,
So he's starting to get into that. He's not heavy into the Superstars line. He has a few. So the only ones I know for a fact that he's keeping is the one that he has in his collection that I know for a fact is the natural disasters, earthquake and typhoon, and then Bam Bam and He went to Ollie's, and I think he picked up the Hollywood Hogan and Ric Flair. But I
Nice.
know for a fact that he was getting rid of the Muhammad Ali and the Mr. T because he felt like they weren't actual wrestlers and these were just celebrities. And he doesn't. He basically was telling me that they had no business being in his collection.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna get rid of them. So I got the Mr. T. So I got the Mr. T, and so the Muhammad Ali that he has is up for grabs. So you can hit him up and let him know that you're interested in. So,
I always
but
do
as
this.
far as what he's looking currently right now, that's what he's collecting
Yeah.
right now as far as stuff that he's interested in. So I haven't found any of those Hot Wheels attack packs that he's looking for
I
because
don't
I
know if
actually,
Hot Wheels attack packs.
yeah, that's what the Kenner Prez. Yeah, he does need a couple of those. He did tell me what he was looking for, so I'm looking out for him when if I see them.
Yeah. I'll have to dig my stuff out. That's why I like to army build everything that I can get a hold of.
Dude, if you could get if you could find somebody that would buy that lot of naked splinters, that would be the day.
I need to see how many I really have because I know I have at least 12 or 14 of them.
You
Who
probably
knows?
have about 30 of them.
I pick them up every time I see them for like $2, $3, $4, just for the hell of it. I bought two this week from an auction site. They gave them both to me. I think they gave me two for $5. So I took them.
Really?
So there'll be two more in the collection as a joke.
93 classics.
Oh snap! That's nice.
There's one Target in my area that has this particular set on clearance. There's like four of them. I think they're clearing them out like for $17, and this is like a $35 set. So altogether, it's like $37 for tax. And then at another location at Target,
Rip
uh,
it, rip it open, rip it open.
where's my finger going? That the Alan Grant
Uh huh.
in the Malcolm, they're going for clearance too. They're clearancing those guys out for like $7 a pop.
Those guys are important, but not as important as Owen Grady for president.
But you and Owen Grady can go somewhere with that.
So, I forget who, but someone sent me a. Was it you? It wasn't you. Was it the? I get someone sent me a 12-inch Owen Grady.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, yeah, I still have him. He looks over all my stuff at the. I didn't know they came out with those '93 classics. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the packaging too. That's kind
They're
of what
all
they do with the '89 Turtles. They have an '89 classic on the Turtles where they have that '89 in a circle also.
yeah.
They did because I want to buy I'm looking for them complete, but they sell the four Turtles Giants from '89, and they have the Rocksteady and Bebop '89 Rocksteady, the vintage, and they have the retro reissue. But I want the vintage ones if I can ever find them. They're so expensive, like they're like $100 a pop, and that's like without accessories.
Without a sesame.
They crazy. They crazy.
I know you said that you bought a couple of these.
I have two of the new ones now. I need four more, and then the golden nugget. I got him, and I got one of them with a tiara on the hair, like a tiara, black hair.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's cool. I got him now.
He's
I
my
like
favorite.
the helmet.
Like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I got him, and I got the one with the black curly hair and a tiara. That one, yeah, I got those two. Those are the two I have now. I don't even have them in hand yet. They're still en route. But I found
you don't have them in hand?
I need whatever the other four are. I need them all plus the golden nugget.
I'm not too crazy for the gold nugget. It's whatever to me.
Yeah.
I think this was like everybody's favorite out of the bunch. This guy right here.
It's one of my favorites too. It looks all
He
cool.
basically represents what New York is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you really look at the detail, you know, it screams New York.
Yeah, for sure.
And you've been there, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. When you go there, everybody's walking around like that. They look like a bunch of McNuggets. No, but he does have that kind of modern style, clothing style that they wear.
Trying to see what else.
I need to dig out my vintage ones and see if I have any extras. He's
Well,
cool too.
you know my address, so.
You don't have any of the vintage, the 80s, 90s?
Actually, I don't. Because when I was a kid, the one that I know that I had for a fact was the police officer and the fireman.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I had as a kid.
Yeah, because I think the first wave was 80s and it was Halloween, and the second 90 one was those police, the first responders.
So this is the creator of this is Kerwin Frost.
Oh, that's the guy that created him? In his likeness?
Yep. So he's the one that was able to do this. And these shoes right here they has on, they're actually real shoes. They actually made real shoes that they have them that they sell right now.
Huh, that's cool. And they shut down as just a nugget, right? Like the old ones did.
Do what now?
You can take all the the clothes off of it to where there's just a nugget. Kind of like, yeah, like the old ones did.
There's Don Carleone, I think.
Sweet. Looking like a wizard.
Then the last one.
Nothing but vintage McNugget. McDonald's. That's a cool one. All of them look pretty cool.
Yeah.
They really went all out on the.
So when we were talking about them, I was pretty much late in the game to these things. So I got really lucky because, like I said, the two McDonald's that we have on my side of town, the two ladies that work there, those two locations, the two ladies that work on individually at those locations, they really helped me out. So got to know, once you get to know certain people a little bit and you make friends, you have an idea what you're looking for, they're willing to help you out. So I got lucky. They still work there too. They still work there. I stop by there all the time and we talk. And you're like, you still collecting those little nugget buddies? Yes, sir.
Let me know when Wave 2 comes out of these.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't realize they were out then. If you did, you probably just forgot.
I just had so much going on, I couldn't give any energy to it, I guess. When they first came out, I did my head, I was like, man, I really want to attack these things, but I was just too sidetracked.
Yeah. Hey, it happens.
Yeah. I blame Uber Hulk since he's not here.
Well, there you go. Somebody's got to take the fall for it, right?
Does yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else I got. That's much I got for right now until without knocking the whole pile on top of me.
Well, that was a good showing. I really like the turtle ones, the new turtle, the gray skull. I think those are pretty cool. I dig how I like the one that you saw, that Stranger Things one. Oh
yeah, the one with the Demogorgon and stuff. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was plenty full of that. That's when I bought that Slaker. Um, they had like 5 of those boxes. They ain't gonna go nowhere. Trust me. They're not. They're no.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's gonna be
They're
around.
not. I, I, I after going through what Motu, what sells and what doesn't sell, they might move a little, but they're gonna sit there. Nobody's gonna buy those. Only the real
It's
hardcore.
just
I would buy them because that's right up my alley. Because I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, and I have all their figures and shit.
yeah,
And that's what I collect. I collect that particular line, and to be able to have something like that's very different and unique. Because the Skeletor, he's like a matte finish. It's like a real dark matte finish purple, and you could probably interchange little swaps and stuff, but it wouldn't match the same color like the others probably would. So, but then, 'cause I'm basically really in for it for the Demogorgon, not for the Skeletor, you know.
yeah, he's a special one. Yeah,
But
you
the
think they'll
Skeletor is.
character Stranger Thing characters like that with the flip side turtle?
Hmm.
I wonder if they're
So
gonna do a series.
I saw a video of one person complaining about the presentation of the box. They were wishing that it was sideways and not long ways like it is.
Yeah,
But he understood why they did it that way because it represents the upside down world.
exactly.
But he said he preferred it to be long ways to where it could be side by side, not one front where it's one upside down. So,
Yeah, I understood it right away as it was the upside down world. It made sense because
mhm.
they're not the only ones that do that. They made another mashup toy line with them flipped like that. I can't remember who it was, but
The Playmates and
yeah,
Turtles.
yeah, they knew it was up.
Yeah, because they had one right way and one upside down.
Yeah, I liked
But
it. I'm planning on getting him just for the Stranger Things character though.
hmm and then I think they're supposed to have one set come out with He-Man and another one of those monster characters. So after that, I don't know if they're going to release any more. I think that just might be a one-off thing for those two sets.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be
especially if they
surprising.
don't do well.
I just can't see them do the kids in that style and
Yeah,
along with another character. I just can't see that. But
fucking
hey,
keep it up.
anything's possible, you know. Shit.
Especially Will. Will was a little more weak than the other boys. I can't see Will looking like He Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Lucas and the other kid with the hat. I can't remember his name. Freaking Loch Ness monster.
Yeah. The Elasmosaurus. You're like a what?
No,
Have
that's the one.
coworkers.
That's the one. Every time I watch the cryptid, kind of like the Loch Ness monster stories, they always talk. It could be a dinosaur. You know that they're seeing like that one. So which one is the next colossal dinosaur we're gonna get? Have they you know anything about it?
It's gonna be it's gonna be the Allosaurus from the new Chaos Theory TV series. It's like
Alice?
Camp Cretaceous, but it's like the kids are like grown, like teenagers.
Yeah,
They're like young adults. So that's going to be the next one.
nice.
Yeah. The last one was the Indoraptor from
And
from the Fallen Kingdom.
yeah, they're done with the movies, right? Like for that trilogy anyway is over with the one Grady and all that storyline.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
wonder.
So they're in production. They're in pre-production for the next one. I think Scarlett Johansson is going to be the main character.
Oh yeah,
So He's going to be the main character, and I forgot who else they signed, but Gareth Edwards, the guy that did Godzilla 2014, he's the one that's going to be directing this new set. Well, I don't know if I don't know if he signed up for all three, but for the first film for the new next trilogy or whatever they decide to do with it. So that should be interesting. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what the storyline is going to be about, or what setting, or how far along, or if it's going to be uh, offset or something else. So we'll find out though. So
Hopefully, we get some cool action figures out of it.
yeah, if Mattel still has the license, then I mean I don't see why they wouldn't. So, but yeah, once I get some more shelves, all these dinosaurs that roaming around in my room are going to be put up.
You're gonna
So
cage them finally.
finally, Cajun. So they better enjoy their little freedom now, because
I like the way you have the compound.
yeah,
That's
I still
definitely what
need.
I wanted. I don't know, just that tower is so iconic, and the fence.
Yeah, I use the fences all the time. Yeah, they're stacked up way over there on the other side of the room. So and then the compound is over here in this direction. So sitting on the floor along with the other large vehicles. Yeah, I'm still trying to decide what I want to do on the second shelf, the one that I was telling you about to replace by the window.
Yeah,
I think some of it's going to be like, I think that's where my Leonard collection is going to go. So everything Leonard that I have, I'll open up, and maybe the first section will probably be that. I don't know what the bottom half would be, but possibilities.
Leonard needs to come out with a new line. They haven't done anything in a while since the
We're,
Predators
we're we're due. Yeah, we're due for some new stuff. I still got the purple and red queen alien figure.
boxed up.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of the predators I got right now. They're stacked up. So I'm hoping they would release a third series, but I don't think it did well enough to warrant a third season. What did I say? Third season, third series. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they can do like the new what's that new Vin Diesel series where he's that we were talking about Riddick. They're doing a new Riddick movie. That'd be cool if they pick up that line and do a Riddick series figures for it.
Yeah. I don't know how well it would do, but I'm sure they would generate some kind of interest. You
Yeah,
know.
it probably wouldn't do good, but me and you get it. That's two sales right there.
Soda Toys, that's the one that I was talking about. Remember when I was showing you the that Riddick set that I have?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Soda Toys, that's the name of the toy company that did it. So
They
of
got
course,
to because I don't see anybody ever show those off. Like I don't see
no,
those often.
mm-mm, no. There, some of them are pretty cheap, but most of them are pretty expensive,
Yeah,
especially Riddick. Like I said, I got that set for steel, so I had to hop on it when I saw it. I was like, "Yep, I gotta pick this up while I can, because I doubt I'll ever get another deal like this again."
yeah.
Well, that's about it. All the stuff I can show that's within reach
Yeah.
without fucking anything up. Like I'm scared to try to reach and grab stuff because if not, then the camera's gonna follow me again, or the pilot's gonna fall on top of me. So, you got anything that you want to add or show or anything like that that you got?
Really, the only thing I have, nothing really, because I just did that video. That's the only stuff I have here is the Simpsons interactive playsets and that kip. But other than that, not really. I mean, I'm gonna get set up here pretty soon, though. I'm thinking within a month I'll have a nicer little area to hang out in my bedroom where I'm gonna have some stuff showing off. Because, like I was saying, I'm gonna sell it also, so I kind of need to get everything out where I can see what I have to price it and put it up. So I'm gonna have a little nice little area displayed for my selling section, but it'll serve as a place to also do stuff like this, streams and.
Did you was you approved for that whatnot thing?
Yeah, immediately I got approved. I was the first one to get approved in our little group because of this channel. Like, if you have a channel and it has X amount of viewers, that's an automatic approval, is what I was told. So they accepted me right away.
Oh well, that's good.
Yeah. So I just got to figure out how it works. It's still it's cool. Like, I need to buy like a little scale because that's how they give you the prices, like shipping prices. You weigh it, and it gives you the shipping prices. And when I need a printer to print out the labels, that's what the two things I need, which aren't expensive. I'm gonna get those two things maybe this week, and I'm gonna start selling. But one thing I'm definitely gonna go do is go load up as many boxes as I can fit in my truck of my collection and bring it over here so I can start going through stuff again. I want to get it more organized, like get all turtles together, all E-Man together, something like that.
That'd be a fun little project.
Yeah.
You might discover things that you forgot you had. You could be like, "Holy shit, I didn't know I had that."
Nice.
Yeah, just like when I forgot I had all those Ghostbusters stuff. I was just like, "What the fuck is this doing in here?"
Yeah. Holy shit, I have these.
Yeah. So, but yeah, once I get set up some more shelving units and stuff, I'll be able to display all that stuff the way I want it displayed. And then any stuff that I have extra that I feel like that probably doesn't need to be in the collection, that probably doesn't fit the collection, then I'll use it for trade or store credit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, anything that anybody decides that if they want it or not, I might do some trades with you maybe, and you could sell it. You can do whatever you want with it. If it's going to help yourselves, by all means.
Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
but
For sure.
it's let's see. That's about all I got as far as show and tell goes.
Well,
So,
we did good. We carried it on a whole 2 hours so far.
yeah, only one person watching.
Who are you? Maybe next time we get to plan this, I'll plan it a little better and I'll do like a giveaway or something, kind of make it fun.
That's cool.
Poke Pikachu or some shit.
Well, this was just kind of a reintroduction to everything and stuff, kind of a restart. So I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, to be honest. It was just something for us to do together and get out there, and
Absolutely.
basically, just to let you know that you're back, unless till the next thing happens.
Nick, for sure. You can expect a lot more things coming from us soon.
Yep.
We're gonna keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Maybe on the next stream I can show a little bit of my CD collection and we can talk a little bit about that. We don't actually have to talk about vintage stuff. We can just freelance it, like music and sports and shit, If people are
crap that I collect, so that'd be funny.
Yeah, I would break out my sports cards and Marvel cards and shit like that, but that box is like underneath all the stack of other stuff. So I literally would have to clear out like fucking 3 rows of stuff just to get to that box. To get, yeah, it's crazy. I'll be swimming in this shit.
hockey, football, basketball. We can get in. We could do a card video if you ever want to just do a stream of nothing but cards.
Mm-hmm.
We could bust out our favorite stuff and show them off. Because I've been going heavy on the JPK.
Oh yeah.
The GPK. I've been going hard on those Garbage Pail Kid cards. I really liked them. Liked them as a kid when they first came out.
Yeah, my sister used to collect those a lot. I know I don't have any of mine. I don't. She might still have some of hers. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to get them from her.
Yeah.
Like, let me have all your stuff that you had as a kid.
It'll save you money, honestly, because I won't have to spend money on it.
Right. Get mine. Because I know that I don't even know if he still has them. I think he might have thrown them all away. But my brother used to have a closet full of Sports Illustrateds from the 70s all the way to like early 90s, maybe mid 90s. Sports Illustrated magazines. Now, if I can get my hands on that, that would be awesome. That's stuff that he and I looked through. I looked through. And then when the ESPN magazine started out, I got heavy into that for a couple of years. Yeah, it's like now I think about it, it's like I have none of my magazines that had. I don't have any of my. I don't have any of my Wizards. I don't have none of my Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I have none of my ESPN magazines. I have none of that shit. And I think I had it for years. And I think I want to say it's about 15 years ago, maybe a little longer. Yeah, 15 or 17 years ago. I just threw them all out because I had like 3 or 4 boxes full of that stuff. And I guess one day I just said, fuck it, threw them away or something. I don't know what I did. I think I took them to the recycling bin because I don't know if they have it now, but at the time there was a recycling center where there was specifically for newspapers, magazines, books. You know, they had different bins. Yeah. And I think I just dumped it all in there. I think. Yeah. That's what I said. Damn.
It happens. We're in different
times. And now thinking about it, stuff like that, that's what people want now. Yeah. It's like then when that happened, none of that shit had no value. Wizard didn't even have no value. But now here we are 20 years later, all that well, I don't know about Sports Illustrated, maybe some key issues. But I know Wizard has value. Some of the Pro Wrestling Illustrated has value. Not all of it, but some of it. Yeah. Crazy to think what people want these days as far as when it comes to vintage stuff, especially from the 90s and early 2000s, especially if it's like not in publication anymore.
Yeah.
People yearn for that stuff. That's why they go back to it.
For sure. You think about those things when you were younger that was around, that aren't around.
That time I was all about getting high and drunk and laid. I didn't give a shit about none of that stuff. I mean, it didn't have no. I kept it as long as I could, and then it's like my CD collection. I had like over like 300-400 CDs. Yeah. Good shit. But I sold it for drugs, alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I was into at the time.
Yeah.
But now here I am in my mid 40s. I'm
grown up.
Recoup all that shit back. But luckily, you know, I have a honey hole here in town that I go to, and I've been very fortunate to recoup some of the stuff back. I still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been fortunate to find certain things that I had that I'm able to add back. You know, it takes time, so that's why I said about the whole whatnot thing. I'd stay away from that because I prefer to go out in the wild and hunt for it. as opposed to trying to recoup all of it all in one shot. Because while that might be fun for some people, for me, nah. Because I like to look forward to something. I might get on there one day. It's just not right now. I'm not in no hurry to do it. So I like what I'm doing right now. Currently, I like going out there and looking at secondhand stuff, things like that, and see what I can find and doing trades, with my fellow collectors and shit like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that I get more enjoyment out of that because y'all guys get enjoyment out of that, and plus we're able to fill the holes and the gaps in the collection that for things that we need. So well, I guess that's about does it.
Yes, sir. I think we done good over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. So
We get a more regular routine going. I'll start showing some stuff off as well.
yep. Well, I had fun.
Yeah.
This was fun trying to get back in the groove of this. And it was kind of spontaneous, but even though we planned it out a week in advance, but still, it's kind of like you had something going on, I had stuff going on, so I kind of like didn't really get a chance to really put everything together like I wanted to. So
Right. Yeah, I didn't set up the way I wanted to either yet. I dropped the ball.
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Next time though. Next time for sure.
Yeah. First time back in about a year, so that's understandable.
Right.
So, all right. Well, I will catch you guys later.
And it's not about what you like.
Yep. What is it? It's hell. I can't even remember my own saying anymore.
It's about what you love.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I can't even do it. Put me on the spot now. Normally it happens organically, but shit, I can't even think about it right now.
See, that's why I just make up noises for me. I'm like pew 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 pew.
Yeah, well, hey, it works perfect for you. Everybody seems to like it. So.
Pobrecito, poor little MR.
Right.
All right, man. Well, it was good hanging out with you. I will catch you later on the
All
chat.
right, you too, man.
Everyone,
All right,
take care. Thanks for everyone for hanging out with us tonight. You all take care.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Peace out.
Peace.
Never get that.